Hi everyone, we're going to make your name appear in sand from nothing. So we delete the cube by pressing X. We're going to add a plane, mesh plane, and we enlarge it by pressing S. Again S to make it large enough. And we're going to give it a material. So over here press New, and we're going to add sand to it, and we choose for sand a color which is an hex code E7B86C. Okay, put it at one, another thing. Okay, now we're going to add a sphere. The sphere, I'm going to use that later as a particle. I'm going to put it aside. I'm going to add also same material, which is sand, to it. And we size it a little down, so we're pressing S and size it a little bit down, like that. Okay. Next thing we need is a name. So add text, and we press, if you look at the text that's over there, we want to put it straight, so we press R, X90, like that. And now we're going to add or edit the name. So we go to edit mode. And you see there's now something appear over there, backspace to delete everything, and I put my name on it. Go back from edit mode to object mode, and we're going to give it a material because, well, it's not necessary, but it's easy, like that. Go to text, and we go to extrude to 0.5, we size it up to 2, and you choose center, yeah, and I choose to make it in my font. Go to fonts, Windows font, and you can select the font that you want or need. Mine is Cooper Black. Okay, open font, and you already got it. Now we lift it up. I want my name somewhere over here, just above the plate. What we're going to do now is we're going to put it in a spotlight. So first of all, we're going to give it energy 3, and we choose spot, and we're going to put a spot just above the text. Let's do something like this. Press R to rotate it. It's above the text. Go this side and do the same. R, straight downwards. Okay, we're going to put it a little higher. Yes, rotate back again, so it is like this, and we're going to shrink the angle to, let's say, 40. Looking at this side, a little bit less, 35. Okay, I just want that spot underneath where my name is just all over it. Now we're going to copy it, Control D, and we're going to put that in the front, like the position of the camera. Later on I will show you how. Press R again, straight, position it straight, R again, and we rotate it, and now we bring it back. The only thing that you now is bring it back, but don't let it shine on the plane like this. This is not good. Just lower it a little bit more, and we're going to rotate it by pressing R, that the cone is not touching the plane, but all the letters should be in the cone. So this isn't like that, so we bring it a little more backwards. You see? It should be in the cone, otherwise you get nothing to see. Okay, we're going to select the camera, right click on the camera, press 7 on the numeric keyboard and rotate it or bring it back in the front of your letters. Press R to straighten it, like this. And now we're going to have a quick look to see what we're going to see, and therefore we're going to press num on the keyboard. We're going to press N to get that menu, and we're going to say over here lock camera view, and now we're going to position it by shift and the middle mouse wheel, and we're going to position it like this. Just shift mouse key down to go up and down, and rotate the mouse, middle mouse, to get in or zoom out. I think it's look rather nice like that. So I want something from the back, I want something in the front, because I want to see the cone a little later. Okay, this is looking okay. Just lock the camera out, and now go with the mouse in the center of the screen and press 0 to come back. You saw that the background was gray and I want it black, so we go over there and switch horizontal to full black. Okay, we're going to render first to see if everything is looking okay. And it is okay, but I see over here that I have a shadow and I don't want any shadows. So first of all, we're going to say on the plane, right click on the plane, choose the material, and underneath you have shadow, receive shadow, press enable. We're going to do the same with the text, and we're going to go to shadow, and it's at 0. The plane is also at 0. Okay, this is good. Now if we render again, it should be gone. Thus this is looking okay. You see that this is a little darker, so it means that the cone is not correctly positioned, so we're going to position it a little more to the left, like that, and a bit more backwards, so it is fully in. Now everything is ready, and now we're going to add a few other things. First of all, we're going to select the plane by right clicking on the plane and open up a little bit so we get the particles. Click on that one and say new. We're going to rename, double click on it, and we're going to say start. Same over here, left double click on it, backspace, and press start. Now for the moment on, I leave it at 1000, but later on when I render and make the animation, I'll put much more in here, around 15,000. So I start at position 1, and at the end position I want it ended at 100. The lifetime of these objects should be around 300. And then faces, I leave the faces, and instead of jittered I choose random. I want no velocity, and the normal should be at 0. Okay. Then we go underneath where we can find on the render objects. I choose objects, and next to duplicate objects I left mouse click and I choose sphere. Okay, everything is ready. Now when I let it run, you will see what's happening. Probably better that I put some larger values to it. For instance, over here put 0, 1. Now if I let it render, you see that the drops of all the balls or spheres are falling down. I want them on the plate, so we go to keyed, and there we choose timing and say add, where you have this particle emitter, and we choose plane. This plane start, meaning that the plane is be the start with this emitter particle system. Okay, when I let it run, go back to front, let it run, and you see all these particles appear on the plane. Good. I'm sizing a little bit down. It's much too big, but okay, not a problem. Now we're going to the text, because this one is the second one, text. But first of all, we have to remesh it, and therefore we choose Ctrl C, and we say mesh from curve. Okay. Now I can add a particle to that one, and I'm going to call it new. I'm going to call that one words or text. I'm going to call it word. We leave for the moment 1000, and we say it starts at 1 and it ends at 1, and it has a lifetime of 500. Okay. Same faces, random, and no physics. The rest I leave for the moment on. Okay, I think now we go back to sphere, just to plane. Sorry, left click on the plane, and we're going to add the text. Text with the particle thing word, and now we're going to add a time, and the time should be 100. Now, if I let it run, you will see what's happening now. Press play over here. You see that the particles. Well, it's not so good to see. Go back and we make them a little larger like that. Go back to 0. Press play. Now you see they are all attracted to the word in the center. And they're making the name Gld. It stops right now, approximately 200. Okay, so the thing is done. We want to see everything if it is okay. So what we're going to do first is shrink down. Let's say, for instance, a 10th, yeah. And we're going to render at this position because now it is formed, and you will see that the name is gluing up. I don't want that, so we go back to DD view and we switch off the text in rendering like that, and we render again. And the only thing that you now see is approximately my name, but this is coming off too many particles, so we have to increase the particles, and so at that point you get my name very shiny. If you left click on this position, this is, let's for instance say 10, and we render over here, you will see some particles appear already to form the name. So I think we're approximately ready, so we go back to 0, switch from back to 3D view, and I think now it's the time to save. As you go to File, I'm going to choose Save As, and we're going to rename it. Let's say sand text dot blend. I'm going to save it. Why do we save it now? Because from time to time it happens when during the animation you get in trouble. So we're going to start with plain. We're going to add, let's say 15,000, pressing enter. I'll leave the rest. Okay, that's good. We go to text, and here we put also 15,000. A lot more. It's probably better to start with that. It happens that if your name is not fully complete, then you can go up to, let's say 50,000 or something like that. It's depending of the computer, the size and things like that. Now we go to render, and we choose over here. I want it an AVI file. The directory where I want to put it in is, in my case, temp. If you want another one, just choose it. And if you're ready, you can say, okay, I want the animation to be run, and now it's starting at point 0. I leave it running, and I'll come back when it's approximately finished. Thank you. Wait a moment. We are now ready, I think, quarter to 20 minutes, and you already see my name up a little bit. I've changed it. If you go to plain particle, and I've changed the size from 0.1 to 0.03 because it was too big, and I let it render again, and this is the result. But I'll wait and come back when it's completely finished. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm back. The tutorial has ended the animation rendering. I'm going to show you the result. Under render, you can say play rendered animation, and then he opens the view, and over C you can see what the result is of the animation. For me, this is not good enough. The resolution of the name is not thin enough, so it means that you have to add more particles than 15,000, so let's say 50,000. I render it again, and I put that on the internet so you can see what the result is. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel if you like it. Thank you. Bye. Do not forget to change in both, this in plain say 50,000, and in text also 50,000. Otherwise it won't work. Thank you.